G'day team, hope you are well. Today I want to talk to you about the biggest block that I see out there with business owners getting off the tools in their business to focus on the bigger picture stuff in their business that they know they need to focus on, but they can't make the time for. So we are fresh off a discussion with all of our boardroom clients today. We had an amazing session with one of our incredible clients we've been working with Andrew for coming up on about 20 months now in his business. So he's been working with us in boardroom, and we have a bit of a roadmap in boardroom in terms of the different business phases and the different things that you need to work on as a business owner to get you to that next level. So we've got and just to kind of explain them quickly, because this sets up the context for today's conversation, is we've got technician business owner, we've then got conductor business owner, we've then got lifestyle business owner. So at a really high level overview, technician business owner is you are doing everything. You are in the day-to-day, the nuts and the bolts. You're wearing all the hats. Essentially, if you got sick or decided not to come to work, things would come to a grinding halt. And so technician business owner, you're working big hours, and you're required to do everything in the business. Then you kind of move through technician phase and you get to conductor business owner, where, as the name kind of suggests, you're the orchestra conductor of your business. You're working on the business, not in it. You've got a good leadership team set up. You've got systems and processes set up. You've got the business largely humming quite well, but you are still required to be there pretty much every single day to kind of direct resourcing, BD, winning work, talking to clients, but you're not doing you're not doing the work, you're overseeing the work. So you're the orchestra conductor of your business. And the next stage from there is lifestyle business owner, where essentially, if you wanted to, you could step away from the business. It would run completely without you. You could take 6 months off, 3 months off, go traveling around the world. You've got a good leadership team in place, and the business largely hums without you. So they're the three stages that we work with our clients around. Most business owners come to us either in technician or conductor. Most pretty much in technician. We then help them get to conductor, then get conductor level sorted, and then move to lifestyle business owner. So we interviewed Andrew today. We put him in the hot seat and talked to him all about his journey from technician to conductor business owner. And it was an amazing conversation. I could see all of our boardroom clients just scribbling, taking notes. The chat was kind of blowing up. It was fantastic. I'm really grateful for him sharing his journey. We talked about three things. So I always like to kind of condense things down into nice models for our clients in terms of for Andrew, the three things that he really focused on and nailed in his business to go from technician business owner to conductor business owner is one, metrics. So getting all the metrics and the reporting sorted in his business and making sure his staff and team knew their metrics and what they needed to hit in order to be profitable, in order to hit their revenue numbers and that sort of thing. The second thing was team, in terms of making sure that he surrounded himself with high performers, and making sure that, and we talked a little bit about, he'd had to let go of some staff as well, in terms of recognizing that some of the people he had in his business weren't quite right for the culture he wanted to create. We talked a lot about, setting a great culture, increasing the standards of the business, and just what happens, which is a little bit magic, when you get just a team of high performers coming together with all a shared vision. So we talked about metrics, we talked about team, and then we talked about systems and processes. So really long intro into what we're talking about today. When we got to systems and processes, he said something really interesting, and that's the crux, or what I want to talk to you about today, which is, the biggest block I see biggest block I see with business owners in terms of taking that leap, or not taking that leap, but creating that pathway to go from technician to conductor, is you're essentially going from doing everything yourself on the tools to getting off the tools. And the biggest block I see with business owners is this mindset or mentality, which is you've done everything yourself for so long in the business. You're so used to doing all the things, wearing all the hats, doing the marketing, doing the BD, then you're the report writer, then you're the report checker, then you're the admin, then you're this, that, and the other, that you get so used to doing everything and you have a high level of trust in yourself And we say we want to get to that next level, but when it actually comes to letting go of control and trusting in team and trusting in people around you to do the work, we freak out. We're like, there's this unconscious part of us that doesn't want to let go, doesn't want to relinquish control, whether it's a trust thing, whether it's like, no one can do this as good as me. They're going to stuff it up. What will the client think if I'm not on the project anymore? We have all these stories. That you tell yourself around why you can't make that leap from technician to conductor business owner, and it is single-handedly holding you back. It's the biggest block that I see to growth is making that leap from technician to conductor, is relinquishing control over the delivery of your projects. And it's easy for someone to say, oh, well, just trust them. But as we talked with Andrew today, now stuff trust. He's going to build, and so this is what he talked to our boardroom clients today about, and this is the kind of the message that I want to share with you today. Build systems and processes so that you don't need to trust. You just know that if your team follow the systems and the processes, that they're going to deliver an outcome to your clients just as good as you could deliver. So we don't need to talk about trust. We don't need to talk about having this leap of faith and just kind of going, oh, the team are going to do it now. You need to create an environment where high performers can be autonomous in your business, but still have the lane ropes to guide them on how you would deliver your projects. And that comes down to investing in systems and processes. And so we talked a lot about it today, like the bumper bowling analogy, where, and so this is another thing that happens when business owners bring in staff and they're like, okay, you're going to take over that client relationship now and you're going to start running that project. And you're unconsciously freaking out. You become like a helicopter parent. You start to annoy that person. You start to go, have you done this? Have you done that? You check in with them. Are you sure you've done that right? Because you're freaking out about transferring that relationship or getting them to work on that project. And what happens is when you smother or mother high performers, they're like, this is not the autonomous environment I want. Like, I'm really good at what I do. I'd love the business owner, my boss, to trust me. I'm sick of this helicoptering. I'm out. And so what you've got to do is, what Andrew has set up in his business is this guidance system, so that, and we are talking like from the very inception of a project, what to do, how to do it, how you run a kickoff meeting, all the stuff that we teach him. I'm so proud. How to run a kickoff meeting, how to do the design, how to run a project really, really well. All of this is built into his business playbook. And it just means that, and he's taken the time to create this and to communicate it to his team and show them how it all gets done, just means for him, as he really owns conductor level business owner, and he gets to now focus on, I want to say gets to, he has created the opportunity to now focus on his business, high level BD, more strategic client relationships, where's the business going, all those sorts of things, because he has taken the time and made the effort to create systems and processes that mean his high performing team members, and we'll talk about recruitment another time, but he walked us through his whole recruitment process, which was amazing. But it just means that like the people that come into his business now are fully autonomous. They have check-ins at 25, 50, 75%, but there's a whole process there written in terms of how to run projects so that his autonomous team members can run those projects within the guidelines, or if within the lane ropes, or within the bumpers, whatever analogy you want to use, so that he knows that he can step away and his team will run those projects in accordance with the SOPs and get the same outcome on a project for a client as if he was running that project himself. And so I think that's just like, if we can think about it differently, like I said, the biggest block to getting off the tools in your business is this trust piece. And like, can people deliver it as well as me? And can I trust my team? And like, we go through all these nuances in our head, and eventually we just end up self-sabotaging and not making that leap from technician to conductor because of all these things that we're afraid of. Whereas if we could orchestrate it, if we could actually sit down logically and go, well, I don't want to be running these projects anymore, but I want my team to get the same outcome on my projects as if I was doing it. Well, then you have to create the SOPs and the systems and the processes so that your team can follow that to get the same outcomes. So it's investing in the future of your business. And so that's the biggest block I see in terms of getting off the tools is that mindset piece and the letting go and the trusting. And I'm here to say you don't need the mindset piece and you don't need the trust and you don't need to let go. You kind of do. But it's if you can orchestrate it, if you can build the systems and processes and methodically step through the project delivery piece and create SOPs for it, your team can do it for you. And you don't need the trust and the mindset stuff. You can just create stuff that means your team can do it for you. So, team, that's kind of the big takeaway today. If you're really holding on to things and you're trying to let go and trying to do the trust thing, you've got to then step back and go, well, what's the weakest link? What's the roadblock? And what do I need to build in? Is it a kickoff plan? Is it a project delivery plan? Is it a something plan in terms of how we deliver our projects? To mean that if I train my team based on that system and process, it means that I'll have immense comfort that they're going to run it properly, and I can kind of step away and focus on big picture. So, team, I hope that helps and hope that gets you thinking about things in a little bit differently. It is possible. You just need to put the work in to create that opportunity to then get to conduct a big business owner where you get to focus on different things to then move to lifestyle business owner. Anyway, that's a conversation for another day. So I hope that helps. Look, if you're wanting to keep building your business on your own, we have a ton of free resources to help you keep doing that. The podcast, the website, the YouTube channel, etc. But if you'd like some help, like we just had an hour today with an amazing business owner and all of our boardroom clients walked away with 3 or 4 key ideas that they can install now to shortcut that process. So if you'd like some help, if you want to join an amazing community of business owners and get some help to build your business, I'd love to invite you to join Boardroom. So if that's you, shoot me a text, send me an email, give me a call. Let's have a chat about how we could work together in Boardroom to help you build your business with confidence. Have an awesome day.